Hey guys, it's Rachel from The Little Green Lamb, and today I have a book review on A Night In with Audrey Hepburn by Lucy Holliday. Before I get started, this will be a no spoilers review. Also, if you're new to my book reviews or just a refresher, I rate my books in 5 different categories: plot, characters, cover, suspense, and overall in terms of reading. Again, very soon 5 out of 5, not so soon 1 out of 5. If I'm looking down or over, I'm looking at my notebook where I'm keeping score of what's happening. So basically, this book is about an actress or an aspiring actress named Libby Lomax. And she has a terrible day on set. She embarrasses herself in front of her hot new co-star and gets fired, and all this ruckus happens. And she's going through some turmoil, and she decides to watch one of her favorite films, Breakfast in Tiffany's. Why did I say Tiffany's? Tiffany's. And basically she is surprised to see Audrey Hepburn manifest beside her. And this Audrey Hepburn is giving her advice. And basically the last paragraph of the back cover says, "But has Libby got what it takes to turn her life from a turkey into a blockbuster? Perhaps with a little bit of Audrey Hepburn magic she might just pull it off." So this book is basically what it sounds like. Audrey Hepburn comes in a ghost and gives our main character guidance. Now, I thought this was actually a fabulous book. It was funny. The writing was easy to get into. The storyline was very intriguing. This is actually a trilogy, if I'm not mistaken. The third book comes out the day before my birthday, so that's exciting because then I'll know I will for sure be going to the bookstore after that and picking that up because the series is just so good. I'm actually currently reading the second book as we're speaking. Also, if you're a fan of Sophie Kinsella, definitely recommend. This book reminded me kind of a Sophie Kinsella book, not in like comparing the author's styles, but kind of the feel of this book and the atmosphere. It reminded me especially of kind of like 20s girl feel. If you really like that book by Sophie Kinsella, definitely recommend. Or even any Sophie Kinsella book. This author had some Sophie Kinsella vibes. Obviously she has her own style because she's her own person, but if you like that book, I think you'll like this book and this series in particular. I just thought I'd mention that because I know a lot of you guys read Sophie Kinsella, and if you haven't picked this one up, definitely recommend. So plot, I give a 5 out of 5. I absolutely loved where the plot went. It was so good. Like, some of the things that happened, I don't even know, it's just so hard to explain. I just really liked how everything happened. I liked how Libby interacted with people and interacted especially with Audrey Hepburn because it was more realistic, I find, even though that, and the whole center of this book, what I was thinking about was it's all about perception and how you see things, and I really like that. That's kind of what I took away from the book. It's kind of how you see things and how you perceive life that kind of shapes your journey you take, and that I think is the overarching message of the book. But message aside, it had a really funny plot. I had scenes where I was laughing. Libby has a hilarious onslaught of characters around her. Speaking of characters, gave them 5 out of 5. I really liked Libby's relationship, not only with her sister and her mom, who are hilarious and obsessed with everything and anything that has to do with acting or being in the spotlight. And then we have her best friend Ollie, who's a very good side character and a really good friend of Libby. And then we had Libby's love interest, Dylan O'Hara, and he was kind of her star-crossed lover kind of guy who was interesting, to say the least. And then we had her other characters. So we had her best friend, who is Ollie's sister, and all that. It takes this book. The one thing I'll say, the first chapter goes back in time. So if you're going to jump into this book and you're reading the first chapter, you're like, give it to the end of the second chapter to really make up your mind, because the first chapter does go on for quite a while, and it is describing an older scene, but then it goes in the present. And Libby, I believe, is in her late 20s. I'm pretty sure, so this is definitely an adult book. But I wouldn't say it's that inappropriate for younger readers to read. Not too young, but if you're reading teen YA, I don't see why this, this had a few inappropriate parts, but it's very glossed over, so it's not too inappropriate for anybody. I don't even think I remember hearing any curse words, or if there was very few, stuff like that. Even sexually explicit stuff, there wasn't much of that, and it was glossed over. Cover, 5 out of 5. Look at this cover. It's so pretty. I just can't get over it. The one thing though I wonder is, why are they sitting in an opened up bathtub? If somebody knows that, please let me know. I'm really confused on that. But I just love the covers of this series, and just the spines. They're just so pretty. That's one of the things that I saw on the bookshelf table, because it was sitting like this on one of the display tables, and I was like, ooh. And I'd seen this on somebody, I think on Bookstagram, somebody hauled this, and I saw it and I was really intrigued. Suspense, I give it a 5 out of 5. I was definitely kept wanting to read this so much because I want to know what was going to happen, and it was just really interesting. It was a very good contemporary. And overall, I give this book a 5 out of 5. I definitely read it again. It was so enjoyable, so funny. I'm glad I picked it up when I did because I had the second book and I don't have that long of a wait till the third book by the time I finish the second. And yes, just really enjoyed it. If you guys have read this, definitely let me know what you think. If you haven't given this a try, definitely pick it up. I haven't heard anybody talking about it. Yeah, I don't remember if I heard anybody talking about it, but it's such an underrated book, I feel like, and more people should read it because it's really good. And yes, it's been my book review on A Night In with Audrey Hepburn by Lucy Holliday. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.